Go ahead, Q. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Stock Street University. As you know, every Tuesday, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, PM. We have Stock on Tuesday. Typically, like Marley mentioned, we normally have a guest when we talk about, a different particular level of the financial industry, whether it be accounting, investing, trading, or different strategies, amongst others, right? So today, like Marley mentioned, we are going to be doing a little bit more open format platform, just talking about things before we open up to the game. As you know, we do have the game, we do have our winners, and so in this particular situation, we definitely look forward to having a great day with you guys today. If anyone does have any questions, the floor will be opened up. You guys will be able to come onto the stage and ask your questions. We do have 3 very simple rules. Rule number 1, we do ask that you are mindful and mute your mic until we are able to get to you, to be respectful of other people's time. 2, we ask that you refrain from speaking personal monetary numbers, such as how much you have in the markets, how much you've gotten out the markets, and or how much you have in the bank, period. Like, just, percentages for the market is fine. Please do not speak personal monetary numbers. And lastly, we do ask that you refrain from speaking on resumes and on personal working jobs, because we do not want any information discussed to be misconceived as insider information. With that being said, let's go ahead, ping a friend to ping a friend, and let's let the games begin, shall we? And Jay, I think I see what you mean, bro.
Yeah, but it's all good. We keep rocking. There goes Glenn. Hold on.
We got a bull in the building. Hey, if you are in the audience and you already know, go ahead and rep your house. What is your animal house? If you do not know your animal house and you want to learn more about that, you can check it out on stockstreetuniversity.com. Under our community, you'll be able to learn the different investment animals and what they represent. And go ahead and rep your house. Yes, sir. Wolf life. Jay, yeah. What up, Glenn? What up, Sterling? Tom, I see y'all.
Hey, what's good, family?
What's up?
I see we got Shannon. I see Stack. I see Cindy. I see Megan, Ashley. GG, what up? Shout out community. Hey, yo, Glenn. I ain't get to see you this morning. So, being that you here, Jay, can I start picking on him now?
Go ahead and get it out the way. Yeah. Go ahead and get it.
Almost $3,000, Glenn. What is happening? Where is the conviction?
Bruh. What are we talking about? I'm gonna let Q tech.
Bitcoin is down again from 35 to 32,000. What?
We spoke about it this morning. We touched on it.
Yeah, Q wasn't there this morning, though.
Yeah, I wasn't there this morning.
So, what I've been noticing, and again, right, I am not like, Glenn, lives and breathes Bitcoin and crypto. That's not my lane. No, I'm saying he does. He really, he's into it. But what I've been seeing whenever I do look at Bitcoin, let's just say Bitcoin, and again,
so Marley, or Glenn, Jay Wise, Marley, Sterling, Ty, y'all can speak on your perspective on it, right? So, as we know, Bitcoin has been around for, we can give it about a decade, right? To be fair, we can give it around about a decade. And it is compared to gold in the sense of how it stores value, right? But the thing that a lot of people tend to, I'm just trying to get clarification, because for me, don't get me wrong, I like Bitcoin, I do have some crypto, I do like crypto, right? But the thing that a lot of people seem to overlook is the fact that they're going based off of the valuation of gold over the past 10 years or 20 years. Gold has been around for a lot longer than that. Right now, we are still experiencing crypto in its beginning phases. So, what do you see the true support or the true valuation being for something with Bitcoin particularly?
You said 24,000.
But you want my honest answer?
Yeah.
Like if you, I don't know if you asked for support or resistance.
Nah, we want your fake answer. Like, what kind of one?
Yo, somebody kick that bear off the stage, man. Kick that damn bear off the stage right now, man.
Yo, what's really going on here? You want my real answer?
Yes,
Yeah.
Nah, cause y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I think everybody but Jay Wise is gonna say I'm crazy. But I say by year end, Bitcoin could be pushed to 70K by year end. See how everybody got quiet?
I'm listening.
I can see that.
I'm listening. Yeah, I want to see the support behind it. Go ahead.
All right, so when you compare the gold, when the last time you saw somebody take a piece of gold and bring it anywhere to exchange it for anything?
Personally?
Not in the last 100 years.
Remember, I'm into the commodities, so that hasn't been too long for me. I've seen it not too long.
No. I'm talking about physical, brother. I'm talking about physical gold.
Me too.
Somebody taking listen. So I'm talking about somebody taking a slither of gold and taking it somewhere and handing it to somebody, saying, "Here's payment for something." When's the last time you saw that?
So personally, prior to the pandemic.
No, we talking about commonalities though. We're not talking about aberrations. We're saying in the commonplace.
We're not talking about someone exchanging gold for one of your shinobi swords. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, real talk.
Remember, I'm into the precious commodities, so I do know places, and there are places that will transition. And even in certain pawn shops that actually do buy and sell gold, you can actually purchase product from them in trade of that gold.
Oh yeah, but it's marked way down, bro. So you can't talk about pawn shops because they mark your stuff way down.
You asked me a question, I was giving you my answer.
All right. Well, the only way you can exchange gold is through measuring it by weight, right? I mean, gold is measured by weight. So the difference is with Bitcoin, you're talking about a transferable item. Much like, and not even the dollars like this, right? Because how many people walk around with dollars in their pocket anymore? Nobody, right? So what I'm saying with Bitcoin is it's a transferable item that can be split and divisible the way it is in Satoshis and transfer anywhere around the globe. So it's a single source. You can't use gold for this because gold is not practical for this, and you can use the dollar, but you can't use the physical dollar. You can only use a third-party dollar, like through your credit card. However, with Bitcoin, it's the only transferable divisible item that can be transferred around the globe. Think about that for just a second. Just think about it.
Okay.
Is that right? I mean, any dispute?
Hold on. What was that last part you said? You said that you said Bitcoin is what?
It's the only item that can be transferred across the globe that's divisible, right, in Satoshis, that can go anywhere in the world.
Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a third party. But
okay. There was some places that banned crypto, but I get your point.
No, you can't ban it because if you got a physical wallet, How can they ban it? It's going to your address and your wallet. Nobody could ban that. The only time they could ban it is if you put it on an exchange, right? And the exchange, the government can ban or tax an exchange, but they can't ban a wallet. It's your wallet.
Right.
So with that said, then that's why I'm saying that the potential for Bitcoin is unlimited. The upside is unlimited. And if you calculate it based on what it's done the first 10 years, Q, as you said, that's why I'm bullish on 70K by the end of the year.
Now, don't get me wrong. Not saying I can't see it, touching, getting back to that price point. Because it definitely was. It was what 60? Was it 65? Was the high?
Yeah, 65.
So I can see it getting back. Go ahead, Marley.
So what do you? Okay, so if you see Bitcoin being at 70, you must see. Oh my God. You must see Ethereum. Where do you see Ethereum at?
Oh man, I see Ethereum. Ethereum could be 10K.
Okay.
10K, bruh. And you know why? Because Ethereum has many more use cases than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a store of value, right? Bitcoin is just going to make money for you that you can leverage. Ethereum, you can actually have use cases because everybody's writing their applications and their smart contracts on the blockchain. So I'm talking about everything. Even the stock market is talking about potentially going into Ethereum blockchain network. So you'd be selling stocks and shares, which they kind of have semblance of that today, where you can buy a Tesla share using the blockchain. It's like a simulated program that they have out right now. So that's the future, man, for sure.
Okay. And what about Cardona?
Yeah, I think Cardona and several others, Uniswap, a couple other blockchains, they have a lot of potential too. But remember, they all work off the Ethereum protocol. So it's all about smart contracts. It's all about those types of use cases. So that's why people do a lot more trading in those types of coins than they would in Bitcoin. To me, if I was just starting out, I would get a portion of my money, right? And again, it's not financial advice, but I'm just saying, a portion of it in Bitcoin, disposable. I would buy a portion into Ethereum to buy and hold, and then the rest would be in trading different coins that seem to be very volatile, but they ebb and flow with whatever Bitcoin and Ethereum is doing. So Cardano and Polkadot would be the two that I would definitely, think about investing in.
Okay, I brought Sonia up, but I have a list though. I don't know if Sonia has to be on stage. Sonia,
What's this list y'all talking about?
Do you speak 5 languages?
Jay, we needed you last night, bro.
I can speak a little bit of French.
Oh no, we need 5 languages if you want to be on stage. Sorry, it's required.
Butthead.
Yo, Marley, you was on fire last night, brother.
I told her she lucky I was driving. Y'all so lucky I was driving.
You can tell Marley was about to lose it.
Marley wanted to go in yesterday, but it's cool. And for those that don't know, real quickly, I do just want to go ahead and say, on Mondays at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, please be sure to check out Glenn and the Blackwell Forum, as definitely great conversations based around solution-oriented topics, based on social events, financial events, and many other focal points within the community. So definitely a great space. Blackwell Forum every Monday here on Clubhouse at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please make sure you guys tap in. But yeah, go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
So I think Marley lost it when that guy said, fellas, you got to step your game up.
Yeah, he did say that.
I mean,
Again, I was driving. You know what we call people. All right, listen. All right.
Don't. Marley about to go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. What we call dudes who like to stick up for the women and do all that. Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
Not saying there's anything wrong with defending or sticking up.
It's called guy code. not cool.
Not cool.
I was like, that's right, y'all. Step your game up. Listen to your brother.
We need a part.
I'll tell you right now, you mess with Marley Queen, it's gonna be game time.
We gonna have a part 2. What's up, Nia? So, all right. So with Cardona, right? All right. So obviously, if you have a price point to where you feel Bitcoin could go and Ethereum could go, with something like Cardona, if there was to be a price point, again, this is just a guess. This ain't no financial advice, people. So don't be writing out information and be like, hey, they say this. No, this is a discussion. We're having our opinions. What would be a price point if you used to guess if things go right for Cardona? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so I look at Cardano. They're trading about $1.25, right? So when I look at their historical price changes, and if they meet the volume that we talking about here, I could honestly Cardano at $100, $150 for sure. Because they have a really good use case, man. Really good use case.
Yeah, the next key level on Cardona is $10 though.
Oh yeah, we're talking about end of the year stuff. I'm talking about.
Oh my bad. Oh.
Yeah. All right. One more question before I know Jay had a question. So, this is my thing, right? With Bitcoin and crypto, right? Is that there's a lot of upside. People can, if you're in the right place at the right time, you have the right investment, millionaires can be made. But is it coming across a little bit too simple to where it's kind of, when things are easily done, correction has happened to where everyone who bought at $64,000 thought it was going to go $75,000 got a reality check, and now they down $34,000. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, do you think that things are going to be changing to where the climate with the volatility with Bitcoin and crypto, you think that would adjust and change?
Yeah, I think it will, but I mean, I like to use the parallel of like Amazon, right? So if you had looked at Amazon, because again, we're talking 5 years from now, right? Let's say 5 years ago, if you had looked at Amazon and bought at that time, everybody was saying, "Oh, Amazon is too high right now. It's $1,100 or $900 or whatever it was 5 years ago." Everybody was saying that because they're not used to seeing something like this rise, meteorically like that. So people were not, they're not used to that. So crypto, to me, specifically Bitcoin and like I said, the more quality coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, etc. It's the same thing. Like, people are looking at them now saying, what are they going to do? We don't really understand it. There's not a good, necessarily is not a good runway for future price increases. But if you had done 5 years ago with Amazon, look where it is now, right? And I'm saying the same thing, it's the same concept with Bitcoin. And remember, Amazon could have came down. Amazon did come down a lot within those 5 years, but look where it's standing now, right? So I think it's the same thing.
Touche.
Yeah, I mean, and in general, we're looking at what would essentially be considered their market caps, right? So we're talking about Bitcoin hitting that 70 or Cardona hitting what you put it at? What was your price target for them left?
I said 100. Yep, it's at $1.25 right now.
Right. So I mean, when we're looking at these things are probabilities, right? Which means it's likely to happen, likely to not happen. Either way you look at it, but at the end of the day, when you look at the markets, regardless of whether you're looking at the crypto space, whether you're looking at the stock investing space, the markets are designed to go in an upward trend over the long grand scheme of things. As you have the inflations, you have the yield rates changing and all of those things. So eventually, one or two things is going to happen. Either it's going to hit those price targets or it's going to wither and die. And at this point, with the wave that's happening, the likelihood, I can see those price targets being met.
Now, the one thing that somebody said in a room a long time ago that we all kind of got upset about, he asked the question, he said, aren't we all just speculating when it comes to the market? Aren't we all just speculating? And when it comes to cryptocurrency, unfortunately, we really are speculating. And the reason why is because most of the people that are in crypto don't really understand it. They just don't want to miss out, so they put some money in. But but that means you're gonna have paper hands, right? So, and whenever you're dealing with a commodity that you don't understand and have paper hands, then we're all speculators. I'm a speculator because everything I just predicted could fail because everybody with paper hands jumps out at a certain time. So,
but that's any market in this situation, because at the end of the day, you never. I mean, the markets are essentially moved based off of personal involvement. Whether it be us individuals, whether it be hedge funds, banks, or other financial institutions of that matter. So at the end of the day, I mean, it all does really boil down to being speculative. Nobody can predict whether or not, I mean, look what happened last year. Who would have predicted, okay, to an extent it was kind of foreseen. But who would have expected that rate of reduction in the markets at that point, right? Now, probabilities, like I said before, they are there. So, there's the fact that it can rise, the fact that it can fall. So, at the end of the day, you're right. All it is pure speculation.
I mean, think about it. So, anybody that took the plunge and said, I'm going to invest in Carver, last year even. Carver was trading like $8.
Yep.
Carver Bank. If you had just said, I'm going to dump some money in Carver just on the strength of, being, Afrocentric, whatever. Do you realize that investment in Carver would have probably got you close to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in one day? I'm talking about a minuscule. Let's say you got 1,000 shares, would have cost you less than it was $8 a share, right? So $800, $1,000, whatever. You could have made $20,000 off that. That's pure speculation.
Yep.
But that's when it pays off.
I mean, but the ironic part, right, is a lot of people tend to overlook those situations, but then when it comes down to short squeezes and anomalies in the markets, such as the ANCs to the GMEs, those are to the moon.
Yeah, and they're not letting up either.
Which is interesting. It's interesting to see.
But did you ever think they would take a black bank and do that? Like, seriously. I get the short squeeze, I get the short interest. But conceptually, I couldn't get it. Go ahead.
I want to take a quick look at the poll of the room, right? Raise your hands or blink your mic if you're on stage. If prior to 2020, I'm going to say, prior to 2020, you've ever actually stopped to realize that Carver was publicly traded. So as you can see, out of the audience and the people, so we had what? 4 on stage and 1 in the audience?
Yeah, that looks right.
So, I mean, I was aware of the fact, so I guess 5 on stage. But when you're looking at things so, I mean, to think that was going to happen, I mean, it doesn't really have the familiarity to expect it. You get what I'm saying?
That's a real good point. People may not even, I see what you're saying, people may not even have known it's a black-owned bank. That's a good point.
Some people don't even know the bank exists.
That's a really good point, yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're a bank in New York. I mean, I don't know any other state that has a Carver Bank.
It's only in New York right now.
Yeah, it's only in New York. So these people are just pulling up.
Oh, what up, Glenn?
Oh, Dr. Wilson. Oh, Dr. Wilson's on stage. All right, my brother.
Oh, no, it's Dennis the Menace moment. Hey, Mr. Wilson!
How you guys doing?
What's up, my brother?
Am I good? You guys all right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
doing
Yes,
great.
sir.
Yes, sir, my brother.
Today is a good day. How's it going for you?
Good, man. Today's my weekend. I play golf tomorrow. So today's my weekend. Tomorrow's night. I'm gonna get a chance to play golf with my niece tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to playing golf with her. I haven't had an opportunity to do that before, so we'll see what happens.
All your banks has been doing good, Mr. Tom.
Well, they report today and tomorrow, Bank of America's tomorrow, and Citi and Wells Fargo, and then Morgan Stanley's on Thursday. So they're gonna run them up a little bit. And Mr. Powell's gotta do his little, dog and pony show tomorrow. Calm down everybody and make everybody think the banks are actually solvent, which they aren't. Right? But so they have a little run up. They went and spent a lot of money to buy up all those futures, those treasuries, those futures. Try and raise the yield on the 10-year a little bit, but I don't. I think after he's done speaking and they're done announcing all the earnings, the money will rotate right back into tech.
So you seeing tech getting another pop?
Yeah, because that's where everybody's got all their money. That's what they want to see, lead the market. I don't know why they don't want the financials to lead the market, but everybody's tech heavy right now. So at least for the rest of this year, everybody's tech heavy. They want to see it, make everybody millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, whatever. So tech is the name of the game right now. So they're going to run with tech.
And just to actually, and this for everybody on stage, right, including Mr. Tony, personal perspective, this whole tech fad that's been going on, it's been going on for quite some time.
Yes.
Tech has been a heavily invested sector for a long time. But do you guys think this has anything to do with the current administration and their focus on clean energy and the evolution of the tech?
Sure. All those congressmen and women, they can inside trade. They don't go to jail for insider trading, so they're going to push the things that are going to put money in their pocket. Everybody goes to Washington poor and they come out rich, and it's not from the income they make from their jobs as politicians. It's the money they make from what they make as investors. And since they know what's going to be before it is, they're the few, I think they said something like Nancy and Mitch McConnell and I guess that other guy who he's the minority leader in the House. They had like close to 500,000 options contracts on tech companies. Now if they're playing option contracts, they're not trading shares. They're buying options contracts, so they're leveraging it out way out. They're getting mega rich.
Anybody else has a perspective on that?
Yeah, I actually used to post up a lot of the data from the buying and selling from these Congress and House of Representative members. I had a link, but I have to find it. I have my little research folder where I could find how you could pull that data.
I can tell you, Reddit also has a whole section, for Congress trades and looking at Congress stock holdings and stuff. So you want to dig into Reddit, it's there.
Oh
too.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they share the screenshots and everything.
Yeah, man. So, but Q, I think you're right, man. I think, Congress, man, it's that mentality of, can't even call it double dipping, right? But they make the policies, right, that they know long term is going to affect stock prices, right? So if you can make a policy or approve a bill that's going to be for infrastructure, part of that is to supply EV companies and build an EV network, and that. Come on, then you invest in an EV companies, and it's really it's an unfair advantage. It's almost like we see with some of the institutional investors. So I firmly believe that the politicians, man, have an unfair advantage, and they take advantage of it. as we probably would too if we were,
Right. You see, but that's the issue I kind of have. Oh, what's up, AZ? What up, Mr. Tony? That's kind of the issue I kind of have is that, like, I compare it to, like, the way with what's going on with the Reddit, they're getting, it's not even a slap on the wrist. It's the truth. What if we are able to create something like that? What will be the outcome? Because we could do it. Communities are getting bigger and bigger.
Wall Street bets, and you guys did do it, and they got mad.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Good
pissed
point.
when you did.
Good point. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Your job is to have a job, to go to work, and get on that grind, fry those fries, and whatever it is.
Not the fries.
He gonna make it to a binge one day, baby.
Oh man.
That's what they want. They want workers. Your job is to be a worker, not them. You're not supposed to be one of them. Your job is to be a worker. Because we need somebody to serve us.
Now, I can't lie and say that it's not a good thing to have employees because, we've had this conversation before. If everybody was a business owner, then who's going to work the businesses, right? If everybody was just retired today, then how does the world go round?
Oh, they know that. They understand that very well.
Right, which is exactly why we're in the position that we're in.
Exactly.
And so to Marley's point, when you see things like this happen, that's when you see things like new regulations get passed, right? New restrictions get enforced. Because now, hold on, y'all not supposed to be playing the game the way the game is designed to be played. You're supposed to be playing the game the way we expect you to play.
And that's why when you get a little bit too close, that's when they like to pull the rug out. They don't want you. They'll let you get kind of close, but eventually they'll pull the rug out because they need obedient workers, and they need slaves. They need slaves to do the work. Somebody's got to do the work while we enjoy our life. That's the thought process.
But here's where the government's going. Go ahead.
So is this in reference to the new laws that are going through in the next day or two? Because I received off of one of my accounts a notice saying that as of the 13th, that some legislation changed and that some of the stuff that I'm carrying may be affected by it.
That does happen. Sure it is. It does happen. And that, brokerages, and that's why, when it comes down to understanding that financial literacy, that financial freedom, that investing, or whatever the case may be, you have to understand who the heck you're putting in power. Because these people do have control over the policy. They have the control of the regulations that are in place to occupy that economic space. So, depending on what administration is in office or what their goals are as an administration, you're going to see a shift. And you see it every 4 to 8 years. Right? Every election year, you see a shift. Because that's just what it is. That's just how the system works. People have different focal points on different things, and everybody has a different perspective as to what should be based as a priority. And then on top of that, like you mentioned, Sonia, when rules change, the game shifts. So certain things are no longer available. Jay, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, what I was going to ask is, do you know if you're holding any Chinese stocks? Because if you're holding China stocks, then that's probably the notification that you got. Because I'm not aware.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not aware.
It changes. What's the 13th tomorrow? Was that today?
Well, a lot of the...
Just today.
Yeah, so they're saying something about I can liquidate if I want, but no new buying.
Do you know what stock that is that you were?
No, it's not saying.
Because I believe it's the China. Any Chinese stocks, or a good amount of them, were being deleted by, what was the two groups that we were looking at? AZ, the MCSI, and what was the other one?
Hold on, let me look.
I mean, I have Copang, but not on this site. So I don't know what. Oh wait, what did you say? HCMC?
No, that's not Chinese.
Oh.
Anything
Hey,
Chinese
don't talk bad about them.
or Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
I think it's more. I think a lot of the Hong Kong ones are the ones that's leaving out.
Yeah, a lot of the Hong Kong. So MSCI and what else we have here?
Yeah, and it said because I got that, it may affect.
So it didn't notify you of what you were holding that's going to be affected?
No, that's the.
I'm thinking it could have been just a general message if it didn't state what stocks is going to be affected in your portfolio.
Let's see.
That's the only thing that I could think of that's a most recent change that's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, which is weird because they just sent it on the 12th, and then the change goes into effect on the 13th. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, August 13th. Okay, so I have some time to do some research, but it doesn't say. Yeah, it says I'm receiving the notification because I currently hold one or more of these securities. But it doesn't say what it is.
Did it provide you with the regulation code change or?
It says that new amendments adopted by the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission (SEC) go into effect to enhance investor protection and improve issuer transparency. These amendments restrict the ability of the market makers to publish quotations for those companies that they have not made required current financial and company information available to regulators and investors. Ahead of the regulatory enforcement date, we will only accept orders to liquidate positions. For example, no new buy orders starting August 13th, 2021. After the amendment officially goes into effect on September 28th, 2021, it may be more difficult to liquidate these securities. Quoting and market liquidity may be very important. What this means for your accounts, but it still doesn't say which one. I guess I got to. Oh, okay, I see it. It does. It's at the bottom.
It shows you the ticker?
Yes, that penny stock. Remember that FOMO one?
Which one?
The Phil, the guy was telling me to buy it.
Oh, yeah, that's what.
But it has gone up though.
That's what it might be.
PHIL.
Yeah, PHIL. Yeah, it's been climbing.
You've been holding it for a while.
Well, that
was an unfortunate play.
It's. I mean, I didn't put that much in it because it's only, but
Gotcha.
it's. I mean, if it does something, I might be all right.
Before August. Yeah, Marley.
Hey, Jay, I had a question, right? So, I traded HL, Heckler Mining Company. I want to see what this news means to you, right? All right, so it says Heckler Mining Company today announced its preliminary silver and gold production for the second quarter, right? So it's not earnings, it's production. Silver production of 3.5 million ounces, an increase of 4% due to full production at Lucky Friday. Do you know what Lucky Friday is or not?
No, I'm not familiar with Lucky Friday.
Okay, so go.
Anyone else?
Silver production. No, I asked you because you're the nerd who. So it says gold production of 59,139 ounces.
Oh no, Lucky Friday is the mine. This is a mine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So gold production of 59,139 ounces, a decrease of 1%. right? So that right there, I'm assuming that's not great news. And then it's not terrible news, but it's not great. Matter of fact, if you go to Yahoo Finance, it has the whole article. So just let me know your thoughts on it, because I caught them. Listen, matter of fact, Mr. Tony, man, I've been in a slump for the past 2 days, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop trading, right? I'm gonna stop trading, man. Like, it just, things were, I was too early to plays, and that I know for a fact I was entering too early because I was being greedy. There's a certain amount that I wanted to go ahead and make because I didn't trade the week for a week last week, so I wanted to make up all of that in one day. Yes, you know what I'm saying?
So you were trying to be the COVID shop holders that trying to make up for 2020, and you wanted to get that extra money. Okay, all right. So I just been, matter of fact, so yesterday, this is how my Monday started off. Yesterday, made nice profits with Apple, right? Then lost all my profits I made with Apple, trading Moderna, right? So I said, okay, cool. Broke even on Monday. I called Monday, all right, cool. I broke even, I ain't lose, I ain't win, right? Okay.
Today, I am going to make up for yesterday, and I'm going to start on the right track today. And as soon as I got in, like, I got to the markets later than I wanted to. I wanted to get in really early at 9:30, but I had to take care of some things this morning. So I was scrambling just to get there on time, and I got there late. So the play already happened. So I was trying to see if there was going to be an opportunity. I just wanted to get there early. So I took an L chased it, right about that. So I took us towards a L with Netflix. I took 2 L's with Netflix. I took another L somewhere else too. And then I was like, damn, I'm like in a crazy weird slump. And that's not like me. For me to just take L's back to back, that's not like me. You know what I'm saying? Win, lost. Win, lost. Lost, win. But it was too much. It was like six back to back losses, right? So HL, I said I wasn't gonna trade today. I said call it quits. But I saw HL, and all I can hear is Mr. Tony, take a trade. Take the trade. So I said, oh, Lord, I got to take it.
I like that.
I took it. So I took 2 trades with HL and GE. So I made what I lost. So, again, another break-even day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that.
But you know what? When your setups appear, you know, that's why, and that's another reason why you don't chase. You know, either your setup is there or it's not there, and you take a series of trades because, you know, like I said, I'm always around like I'm anywhere between 65 and 75%, right? Which I think it's been great for me and my family. It's been fabulous, but that means that anywhere from, you know, 35 to 25% of the time I'm going to be wrong. So which one are you going to be right and which one are you going to be wrong on? Which trade do you place and say, oh, this is the one I'm going to lose on? Which one is that? Do you ever, when you place a trade, say, oh, this is the one I'm going to be wrong on? Do you ever do that?
Nope.
No, you think they're all going to be winners, right?
Facts.
That's what everybody does, right? You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, put you on
No.
blast. That's what everybody does, right?
Hey, Mr. Tony, I'd like for you to be 100% transparent, bro. Listen. I'm here. I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
So when you place a trade, you forget about it. I mean, you're watching it. You know, you're in a position, so you're watching it and you're managing your trade, but there's nothing you can do. You're in, right? Either the market's going to take it up or it's going to take it down. So, you know, and some of those, you know, depending on I don't know if you know what your loss percentage is. You should know. You should know what your loss
I definitely don't.
Okay. So you know that, you know, this could be one of the losers. So if it happens to be one of the losers, so what? Okay, all right, that's one of the losers, and I move on. But I take my trades. I take the trades because, I don't know. I don't know which one's going to be the winner. I don't know which one's going to be the loser. So I have to take my trades. But what I don't do is I don't deviate from my rules. I don't chase. You're not supposed to chase. I got in late. I missed my entry. All right, I'm going to get in now. No. You don't do that. You don't do that because your odds of having the same type of return that you would have had you gotten in the correct position goes down tremendously.
Facts.
Okay, so we just don't break those rules. I mean, we just missed it. And if in fact another one presents itself, another entry presents itself, then we'll take the trade. But other than that, we don't. We don't know which ones are going to win. We don't know which one's going to win or lose. And I asked one of the young ladies in my room the other day, I said, so Michelle, did you think that trade was going to be a winning trade? She's like, yeah, I did. That was going to be a winning trade. I said, because we all think they're going to be a winning trade. Every trade we place, we think it's going to be a winning trade.
Well, Mr. Tony, I started thinking about it different and it started messing with my psychological too because, let's see, all my trades, the trades that I do when I'm just like not supposed to be trading, I do hella good on them. I guess because I have to focus more and I concentrate like I'm about to pounce on and get my bait. But, today I had nothing.
Wait.
Hold on, lion and fish?
Rewind.
Hold on, you gonna pounce on your bait.
Rewind.
Yes.
I'm done.
I'm going to pounce and I'm going to get my food and I'm going to eat.
Nia, we gonna
Why wasn't she in the room last night? We need to hear that.
Nia, we gonna pray for you.
Listen, but today it was like I lost I exited. My party is because I've been I get to the point where I get to gambling and I say okay, since I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna just lose everything. Back in my mindset, so even if if it's 10% that I'm willing to lose, or if it's 20% I'm willing to lose. Once I hit my losing point, I'm mad. And I'm just just forget it. It's got to reverse. And so if it doesn't, I'm just losing everything. But now I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm seeing that I lost my percentage that I thought that I wanted to lose. If I do lose, and then I'm out of the trade. So I got to that point, but I lost 3 of my trades. But my bonus is I actually exit when I'm supposed to exit instead of letting it run. But yeah, in Amazon, for instance, I seen that put coming, and then I decided to do something else. And then later on, after it stopped, I went back to QQQ, and I was like, okay, let me take this trade. So I took a QQQ trade, and it was it was on a reversal on a bullish run, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it, and I seen it reverse to become bearish, and I was like, okay, I'm out. But at the same time, like I said, I'm getting out, but yeah, I kind of failed. I failed myself by continuing to lose a few trades today. So I took my losses.
Okay, well, you're gonna lose on some. I mean, that's just the nature of this business. Do you know, really, you could lose about 66% of the time and still be successful trader if you have your management in terms of your losses in proportion. If you can manage your losses correctly, you can lose up to 66% of the time and still be fairly successful. Not super successful, but you can make money. So I mean, it can be that low. So the management of your losses is more critical than winning. I mean, you can win in spite of yourself. Believe me, I've done it. I've won in spite of myself. I was like, I don't know how I made money on that trade, and that was early on. I thought that, I was doing something good, but really I was doing nothing more than hurting myself because, when I first started trading, it was in the early 2000s, coming right out of that whole tech wreck thing, and going into early 2000, you could buy anything and you were making money. So I thought I had a skill set that I really didn't have. So all you're doing right now is you're honing a skill set so that you're learning how to take those losses and understand the markets. I mean, you're really judged on the money you lose, not on the money you win. Any money you get right now is just a loan. If you're a new trader, it's just a loan because you're going to give that money back. I tell people that all the time. If you made some money, it was just a loan. Consider it a loan because you're going to give it back because you didn't know what you was doing.
But you know what I like? What you said is that most people don't use the analogy. I use the baseball analogy and say, and if you guys haven't read the book Moneyball, you should, because it really is fascinating how numbers work. But in baseball, you could be a 300 hitter and be considered amazing. Like if you average 300 throughout your career, you're amazing. But guess what? That means you're getting out 70% of the time. And when I say getting out, making outs or not making base 70% of the time, only 30% of the time you're making base. That's a 300 hitter. Same thing with trading. Like you're not going to win all the time, and you gotta mentally prepare yourself, like through stop losses and other methods of how you quantify your losses. But don't expect to win all the time. Absolutely, bro. So I like that.
So Mr. Tony, you're going golfing. You said.
With my niece.
If somebody is in like a 60 percentile person right now, right? And I want to use a golf analogy. They're in the 60 percentiles as far as their success rate goes. How do they change that? I used to be in the hundreds, then I figured out how to break 90, right? It's all about my positioning around the course, and then once I get on the green, minimizing my 3 putts, right? So how do I go from being a 35% 35% hit rate, making some money, to 50%? Like what does somebody have to do?
All right, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna give you my Cash App after we're done here because I'm gonna start invoicing you guys. So this is what I had to learn the hard way. It cost me a lot of money. So if I was losing 60% of the time, I had to learn how to lose 30% of the time. I had to learn how to cut my losses in half. So if I'm losing $100, I gotta learn how to lose $50. And then when I learn how to lose $50, I gotta learn how to lose $25. And then when I learn how to lose $25, I gotta learn how to break even. And that takes the time. That takes some time to do. That's why I said you need to know what your loss percentages are. Because if you know what your loss percentages are, and then you say, well, listen, I'm losing 50% of the time, but then I got to cut it to 25. And then I got to cut 25 down to just break it even. And if I can cut it down to break it even, then that means at some point I'm actually going to make money. And you can reach me at Coach Tony Wilson, Cash App number.
Yo, that is straight science, brother. That is straight science right there.
That's like it.
Took me 10 years to figure that out.
That is pure facts right there, people. I think the hardest thing, right? You know what? The hardest thing about doing that is that I think, let's just say this, on the less volatile stocks, you manage getting yourself out of position. Like, let's just say, hey, my stock, once I get macro strategies is to where it moves faster, right? And let's just say if I trade Amazon, because it's gonna save my life, it's gonna save my money. But there's that time that sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't want it to trigger if I enter in at the wrong time. So I'm gonna not. And every time I say I'm not gonna do it, it can be in my favor if I don't have a stop loss ready. If I do it myself, but then there's those times that I can't stop the beat. I can't. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, now it's gonna bounce back, and it's just beat. So if anyone out there can take what he just said and stay on it regardless of the volatility of the stock, if you're gonna stay disciplined is gonna be your best thing. But we're all human, so for me, I'm about 85% always with my stop loss, but there's those 15% where I'm like, I'm going for the gusto, and I'm taking that risk. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, but that was well said.
I know how to walk away from my computer. See, once you learn the kind of discipline that says, I got Tesla and Amazon in my portfolio, and if they're down in one of those days where you just can't take it, I'm walking away, because you know what? Tomorrow's another day, and because
because
you talking about options, right? You talking about options, right? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about options on a day trade.
Yeah, so I mean, because I'm not averse to swinging either. Like I can swing, especially on Amazon, because the next day Amazon, I mean, we could do the percentages at some point, but if Amazon has a real down day, there's a probably 66% chance it's gonna be up the next day.
Well, since I heard Glenn say that, I am very, very proud of myself, because that's what I did. I was like, you know what? I said, today's not a good day for me. I'm close. Huh?
You swung it? You swung Amazon?
No, never. I'm not swinging anything in this market.
You know what? She had me all hyped up. Yo, I'm like, oh. Yo, Nia.
No, I was just saying that I walked away from
you head fake. She head fake me, yo. She straight head fake me, yo. That's terrible. But no, I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. With a quality stock, though, right? Except for Boeing. I just crossed Boeing off my list today. Facts. That's a whole nother story. But with Amazon, that's a quality stock, man. I can see myself holding on, swinging Amazon and saying, you know what, tomorrow's another day. I could walk away from my computer and be okay.
But see, that's that level.
I'm not swinging nothing.
Yeah, Marley ain't swinging. But I don't blame you, especially in this market, like Nia said, right? And Marley makes fun of me sometimes because of it. But having that level of discipline to be able to say, all right, cool, I wanted 10%, I hit 10%, I'm done, I'm out, I'm gone. I don't even want to look at this thing no more. Or I want that 15%, and take what you came to get and walk the heck away. Or if you take that L, either find that play or on to the next, and just walk the heck away. But that's a level that it's one of those things where it's not easy to do in all situations, but it is so important. Like, how many times, Marley, we would jump into a play or whatever the case, I'm like, yo, I'm out. You're like, already? No, I'm good. I got what I came for.
But you know what's crazy, though? Like, today, and I know Elaine, because I seen Elaine and Jada. Earlier today, I told them I wasn't trading. I said, I ain't trading nothing. Then they got my butt whooped on the market, but it's like a drug addiction. I had to get back. So as human as we want to be and staying disciplined, sometimes trading the stock market is like a drug. It's an adrenaline rush. I'm telling you, because we know what it did? It knocked off my confidence level. Now, I'm really confident anytime I trade, all the time. But these 2 days back to back, that's not like me. That's weird. That's not like me. Like, when I'm in my bag, I'm in my bag. But 2 days, I just had to get back. That's why, at the end of the day, I had 2 trades, ended in green, and I was happy about that, just so I can get back into the green. But like I said, if anyone can stay disciplined, that is the best thing. But also, risk sometimes overpowers things as changes the month for you. It can change the year for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird balance. That's just my thoughts, though. That's just my thoughts.
So Marley, when you trade, do you enter your stops, or how do you set your stops?
All right, it depends on what I'm trading. So if I'm trading something like let's say Nvidia, that's something I trade a lot. If I'm trading Nvidia, and let's just say let's just say I do more than like 5 contracts. Let's just say I do that. I know that the volatility can be in my favor fairly easily, but I know it can also go against me. So, because I've traded Nvidia, I give Nvidia. Sometimes I would have it at 15% stop loss. Sometimes
are you going to answer my question?
Oh, what was the question? What was the
when
question?
you trade.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Tell me about this Nvidia.
Yeah, he's getting carried away.
Hold on. What's the question?
The question is, how do you enter your stops?
Oh, in my brackets. I just enter it in my brackets.
Okay, so you enter your stops into the system. You place a physical stop in the system, right?
Yeah.
All right. So look, again, I'm gonna send you my Cash App on this, okay? Look, man, let me tell you guys, when you're trading, now if you're investing, it's different. When you're trading, you don't have time to put your stops in the system, okay? What you do is you have your journal book, or you have, like I have a little note writing book, okay? And in my note writing book, the minute I place a trade, I write down where my stop's gonna be. I write it down. Do you know why I write it down? Because if I write it down, it becomes real.
So my mental stop loss isn't real.
Your mental stop losses
write it down,
real.
bro.
Your mental stop losses are not real. If you're gonna take the time to actually put them in, like Marley's doing, which takes way more time than to just write down. Like, I got my 10 stocks that I trade. So on this trade, under my list of my stocks, I write down 49.85.
Oh, mine's are set, Mr. Tony. So I don't have to plug it in. They're automatically set. If I'm watching the stock, no, my brackets are set to like I can set my brackets on trades that I'm doing for that day at a certain percent.
Okay.
So I don't have to physically adjust it and all that. Yeah, I don't have to go.
Do you ever move them?
Yes.
In the course of a trade?
Yes, I do. Depending on the stock.
Okay. Now you're lying to yourself when you do that. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
When you do that, you had committed to yourself that you were going to do something, and then you decommitted. It's like telling your kid,
our character.
you said you was going to take your son to Disneyland, and then when Saturday came, you didn't take it.
We just told you we got booked by the market today, Mr. Tony. Now, come on.
Hey, Marley, you know you just got hit with the Menace to Society, right? You know you done fucked up, right?
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
You will. I mean, all right. Well, I mean, you can learn it the other way. You know. Listen, save your money. Or send it to me. But save your money. I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm gonna stop coming in the Clubhouse, man. I'm giving you guys too much good stuff. I'm gonna stop coming in here, man. Shoot. Hey, guys, man. I'm gonna let you take them beat downs the way I took them beat downs.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you so much.
Hey, Mr. Tony, you see I'm practicing on my golf, right? You see I'm practicing on my golf, man. You see where I'm at, man. Don't worry. I got you, my brother, man. But
I'll get you on the golf course. All right, I'll get you out there. I'm going to get my money.
Oh no, that is 100% real. That is 100. Like again, I adjust them if things do change. That's something that I do. That I do. Like if it's like like let's just say I see that it's struggling, and maybe if I just if I like kind of adjust my losses, it should be able to bounce more. And sometimes it works in my favor for the most part. But there's sometimes when I do adjustment and pretty much I set myself up for a loss. But you're definitely right. That's my thing is that, and I know that's something I'm working on is sticking to it and sticking to it 100%. I don't stick to it 100%. I stick to about good 85%, and I know that. I stick to about 85%.
So you know why you adjusted, right?
Because I can tell
you know why you adjusted.
Why?
Go ahead, because you know the answer. Go ahead, tell me the answer.
Because I'm greedy and I want money.
No, that's not the answer. The reason why you adjusted is because you thought that trade was going to be a winner. I just told you 10 minutes ago.
Thanks, man.
Man, I just told you, and you're not listening to me. I just told you 10 minutes ago. You thought that trade was going to be a winner.
Mr. Tony, you right. What's your cash at?
Nah, double the price now, Mr. Tony. Double the price.
You know what? You got to approach this thing like it's a job. This is your profession. This is your job. This is how you feed your family. This is what if you went and sat in some man's cubicle or some woman's cubicle, you would do it the way they tell you to do it. And you wouldn't deviate because you don't want to lose your job, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You are right about that.
So now this is not as important as some other person's job they got for you. To go fry some fries or do whatever it is. File some files or whatever it is, Come on now.
You're right, Mr. Tony.
When you said that it's kind of sorry, Q, go.
Get me.
No, I was gonna piggyback on what Marley said. No, I feel like I be thinking that too. Like it's a mental thing. So you be like thinking like, okay, at this point, you're this is an addiction. This is this. But at the same time, you think about it. You say, this is education. I'm educated enough to do this. I know what I'm doing.
Go for it,
I know my strategies. So that you know what you're doing. So it's actually not a gamble. You're not actually taking chances. But you know that you're going to take chances anyway. When you get into that car and drop off in the middle of the street, you're going to take a chance right there. But so you know that you're taking chances, but you're taking chances that you're educated for. So that's what matters.
Big facts. What up, Jay? What up, Lena?
Y'all just about to say, what up, Jay and Elena? Great debate tomorrow at 8. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I gotta come. We're about to argue about Tesla.
Oh, yeah. Glenn gotta be there. You heard that, Glenn? Yeah. Elena Ray told me she's a bear. Jay,
I didn't say that.
They both said they're bears, bro.
Why are you lying on Elena?
Hey, Jay said, explain to you, and Marley broke it down. He said 85% true to his strategy. The other 15% was Eli. That was just fake.
He lied. Wait, before y'all try to short Tesla, y'all heard that they're doing that city in Austin where they're teaming up with Brookings. Right? I said that this morning, but they're building a solar community in Austin, Texas. Tesla and Brookings. So this is gonna be the model for the future, like kind of home development stuff. So don't sleep on them. Tell them.
Are you a solar community?
Yeah, so Tesla's been working on solar for a while now.
Yeah, they're gonna
build into the community.
Yeah, so they're gonna build a whole community in Austin, and all the buildings are gonna have, the Sun City solar panels and the electric grid that Tesla builds, so you can charge your car and power your home all through the sun, literally. So all renewable energy. So, I mean, that's the future coming fast and furious at us, y'all.
But don't solar panels are going to be expensive, though, right? Super expensive.
Right.
No,
so think about it, right? You either paying on the front end or you paying over time, right? So, I mean, they're not. I wouldn't call them cheap, but you're building a brand new home, right? So it's factored into the cost of the home.
And also take into consideration, solar-powered homes also get tax breaks.
Big facts.
So it helps offset the cost that you're paying for the solar, and on top of that, you're reducing your actual electrical bill.
Yeah, Friday when that news broke on the daily, Tesla was actually forming a death cross. Like Jay showed me the death cross, so we actually had puts. And then when that article came out, I was gonna swing them over the weekend, and thank God I didn't because it rallied like $30 yesterday.
Yes. Hey, y'all should have saw me. Y'all should have, because everybody was talking about that death cross, and I was like, you know what? Okay, yep, the death cross. I see it. 50 days crossing, and then I said to myself, but it's, and not even that it's Tesla. It's the future. Like, I don't even look at them as Tesla anymore. I look at them as artificial intelligence future. SpaceX is thrown in there. Like, it's where the world is going. So it's hard to really bet against them.
Say, not only is it Tesla, it's the future. Say it just like you said it. Say it again.
Not only is it Tesla, it's the future.
I need royalties for that one, y'all.
But what's the argument tomorrow about? What's the topic tomorrow?
So we started a new club called the Great Stock Debate, and it's pretty much like we're really not even promoting anything. It's just like we're gonna have bulls and bears. Everybody gets to kind of plead their case, and then we're gonna have judges. We're gonna let the audience vote, and we got like little PTRs, so you can PTR your bull or your bear, and I think it'll be fun. People have strong opinions about Tesla.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
I know Glenn is gonna come on here.
Oh man, I'm gonna put on one of those little white wigs that they used to wear back in the day. Watch. I gave away half my ammunition already, though. Damn.
Hey, Jay and Elena, what's y'all on? Y'all on the bulls or the bear side? Go ahead, Elena.
I'm bullish, but I don't know if I'm gonna debate. I kind of just want to be neutral for the debate because we gotta pick a winner.
I'm bullish too. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be bearish just because, man. Jay, my person though, like to see Marley come be the bear on everything. Like no matter what stock we put up, I hate it.
Marley is more than a bear. I've learned a lot about Marley this week. I don't know what's a step above that, but that's what he is.
You know what? They seriously asked me the other day. I think it was Jay. Jay was like, "Yo, do you ever do calls?" I was like, "I do."
Marley's a bipolar bit.
Yeah, I do calls.
He's a by any means bear.
Oh yeah, for the most part, yes. For the most part, yes. Right about that. So again, people, that's tomorrow. And the name of the club is
The Great Stock Debate.
Great Stock Debate. Yeah, I'm gonna send y'all invites and drop the flyer in y'all's Instagram.
Oh, right, it's already on there.
Yeah. And we just, I know I follow the club already. So
It should be on there already.
Yeah. Let me see how the picture looks. What does the picture look like? Oh, it has a bull and a bear. Easy.
Did I put it on there? Hold up. Switch profiles.
Oh, look who's late. look who's late.
Don't start her up.
Yo, what's up with the app, yo? The app's been acting up.
Yeah, it's tweaking, man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Look who's late. Oh, please. Hello, you guys.
Hey, everybody.
Don't be coming up in here, you late.
Hey, Queen.
Docking your pay, and you got a write up.
I don't sign write-ups, okay?
Oh, you don't sign write-ups.
No, that's why I don't work in corporate America.
Yo, write up. Because they have the paper. The signature is to protect them. But when you don't sign it, it's pretty much, their word against yours. You know what I mean? So
they try to make you think like, oh, no, it's just to acknowledge that we have to come.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
It's to protect. It's in writing. Yep. So when I do fire you, you authorize it, basically.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never seen that before in my life. We never had that conversation.
Yep. Big facts. So, did y'all want to do the game? What y'all want to go? Y'all want to wrap it up?
Well, we're just going to check real quick. If anybody had any questions in the audience, feel free to raise your hands. As y'all know, state rules apply. Please mute your mic until we get to you. Just be mindful of everybody's position. Also, we do ask that you refrain from speaking personal monetary numbers, such as how much you have in the markets and or got out of the markets, or even how much you got in your bank account. Don't want to know. And last but not least, please refrain from speaking on personal resumes, such as fields of occupation, as we do not want any information disclosed on this platform to be misconstrued as insider information. So with that being said, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hands. Come on up. And with the game, we running it, or we gonna call it tonight?
Yeah, we could call it. We'll save it for next week.
Call it, because we're gonna be back next week with it on time, stuff like that. If we don't have to prepare.
Wait, we heard y'all was trying to give out Satoshis tonight, so maybe we want the game.
Amen.
Oh yeah.
I'm playing, man.
No, we gave you out Satoshis. No, we did. I don't know if you was here, but yeah, we gave them out.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you got a Satoshi, people. See, look, you see, hey, Jay was there. Should have been there, man. Was handing them out, hand out cards.
Yeah, I can't wait till next week. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh man! And also, people, next week we're doing something different. We're not gonna let the surprise. We'll just tell you who the guest is gonna be. The guest is gonna be Jay Wise.
First of all, ain't nobody talked to my manager.
Hey, yo, I'm supposed to your manager. Q, what up? Your client Jay's gonna be there, right?
Yeah, Jay'll be there. Yeah, he'll be there.
Cool.
Marley talking about he taking 83%. He said 83%.
Don't worry, bro.
I'm TLC out this mug.
42.7. I'm only taking 42.7%. It's cool.
Yeah, man. So next week's guest is going to be Jay and
Wise.
Jay. Oh yeah, Jay Wise. We got two Jays.
We got two J's there. We got to clarify.
Because what it is, and this is something that has been brought as far as a question, is that people don't know all of our journeys. They don't know necessarily for us, what we've, how long we've been in the game, or they don't know our long stories. You know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, the ugly. So it's gonna be dope for y'all to be able to ask some questions that you guys want to go ahead and ask. Because again, I know we speak on things, but we don't ever get in depth. But again, yeah, man. So I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to see Jay speak. Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I
off.
still want to know how much you made on that one play that you didn't tell me. I still want to know that. Jay tell me how much he make all the time, but this particular play, kept it. I still don't know.
Oh shit. Technical difficulties, fam. My phone died. Q, if you can hear me, my phone died. I wasn't running from the question. My phone died. I'm charging it now. You can let Marley know. Oh, man. All right. chat. Looks like it's not gonna charge in time. Hold on, family. Hold on.
I already told you that there's
You gotta live with that forever.
those type of dudes. And,
Right.
exactly. Start far away from that section, just so you do know. But I'll give ladies word of advice, right?
Marley, we didn't add. I'm just like,
I know. You see, look, that's the issue. You see that? Yeah, that's the issue. You see, that's the issue right there. That's the issue. You're disagreeing. That's the issue right there.
Go ahead, Marley. What? All women are the devil. Go ahead.
come on, Marley.
Look, this is gonna be the best.
That doesn't explain the hot showers.
Not my woman. My woman ain't no devil.
This is gonna be the best advice if you want to keep a man. Listen.
Well, this advice is not for me, but go ahead.
Listen, hold on, listen. You don't hear nothing.
Be quiet. He said, "Be quiet."
Hey, I got a question for Marley, man.
Queens, I am not co-signing.
I got a question for Marley.
Where is Renee?
Marley, are you like in your office with your door locked? Is it soundproof?
Yep.
Because I know if the queen heard that.
Watching TV.
Marley, that was funny as hell. I'm gonna give it to you, bro. That was funny as hell. So I love y'all, but damn, that was funny.
That was funny. I can't lie.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, don't.
By the way, ladies, please do not tweet us out when you see us.
Marley.
That's what I was gonna say, Marley. Don't say that. Don't say that. The states is open back up. The world is opening back up. You're gonna be doing comedy shows. Don't say that, because I don't want to be the ones to see you looking like who was that? Who was that? Who was that trading dude?
No, we ain't even gonna do that.
I have a joke, and
It's gonna be.
I have a joke, but y'all gonna look at me differently on this about how much a dude really like loves you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
because ladies don't.
Before you get to that joke, though, right? Let's make that disclosure. For those that do not know, Marley is a stand-up comedian by nature, and he does that outside of his trading investing. So.
And as a friend to a friend, I don't want him to get beat up by a bunch of women outside the club.
I got this. I'll give y'all a little, because this go. Ain't no bloggers up in here.
Don't
we don't know. Yeah, we got some important things in the works. I got some.
Do it, brother. Do it.
I got some important things.
Do it. Can we go to the Discord?
Yeah, because it's going to tell you how a man really loves you. And if this has never happened to you, then he don't love you. I can't tell you what it is because, again, we got some things in the works, real big things, and I ain't trying to mess up that bag at all. So we gonna keep
Please do not.
There is a man code, Marley. There is a man code.
Oh no! This is for hold on. No, I'm a man. I'm always gonna represent for the dudes. This is this
Here we go with the bots again.
Yeah, this is particular for the
ladies. I see that, man. I see that, yeah.
And what's up? So Marley just votes on the party lines no matter what.
What the heck just happened? How did those people get on stage?
Gulag.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So again, see you guys for us tomorrow in the morning. We already went over the schedule, ready for you guys to go and check out. And again, next week we'll have we'll have the flyer and everything like that, so you guys will be able to get to know Sports J. We don't know what the topic is going to go ahead and be, but everything's going to be a surprise. So it's going to be dope. And again, you guys have a good night, and see you guys tomorrow in the morning. And best of luck of trading and investing. And I did. I'm gonna hit you up, Jake. I want to talk about HL mining.
All right, yeah.
So,
Hey,
are you looking at HL mining?
You can't tell that joke though, Marley, because I don't want you ruining the guys' trip.
Oh yeah, please don't ruin that trip.
Please don't. Jay, you think I would dare ruin that?
We got Bible studies that we gotta take care
Yeah.
of.
So anyone out there, there's a Bible study trip that do once a year. And,
Bible study.
Bible study.
When the last time you read the Bible, Marley?
Listen, no, I'm
last year.
And guess what? There's a lot of drinking going on because you gotta really resonate and listen to the word.
You guys hear that, Nathan?
I don't hear that.
It's communion song, yes, communion. They breaking bread together.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit y'all up, man. So we gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Good night.
Hey, yo, Marley, real quick. You want to jump in M-Star?
What, M-Star? Let me see if one of my shows is on first. I'm sober right now, bro. I have to get liquored up. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Like we said, check out Glenn the Blackwell Forum. Check out Elated Investing Day on Sundays. Blackwell Forum on Mondays. Tomorrow, great stock debate at 8 p.m. Here on Clubhouse. Make sure you guys tap in. We're gonna be debating on Tesla. I don't think I'm gonna be participating in that debate though. I'm gonna sit back and chill. Maybe we'll see.
It's gonna be hard to good debate because I'm curious of what people who really look at them from both ends is gonna go ahead and talk about. So yeah,
that's gonna be dope.
For it.
So make sure you guys following them. We gonna go jump off real quick. Take care, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, you gonna tell the joke in the